So, and now, well, we'll talk about the pivot and everything,
Yeah.
how I'm doing very well with what I have, with the niche that I have in dance. But back then it was a struggle. It was hard. And
Right.
so
So what did you study in college?
actually I have a Bachelor of Science degree of education. So
Okay.
I'm supposed to be a school teacher, but what I did was I applied what I've learned and I created my own dance school after I graduated. I graduated December 15th of 2000. And then when I got back to West Palm Beach is when I just started, I decided not to teach in the elementary schools. Like I didn't want to teach the 5 content areas.
Oh, got it. Okay, so I didn't actually know this about you. So right after college is when you came up with the idea to start your own dance school?
Correct. And that
Okay.
story was crazy in itself because I walked into a gym like blindly, didn't like never seen this gym before. It was called Club Fit Gym in West Palm Beach. And they was like, hey, you want a membership? Like, no, I want to speak to your manager. I'm like, okay. So they get the manager. The manager's like, how can I help you? I was like, yeah. Do you have like a cardio room or aerobic room that, where they do cardio at, like dancing or something like that? It's like, no, what are you talking about? I was like, I would like to start the ultimate hip hop workout experience. That just came out of my head out of nowhere. He's like, what? I said, yeah, I'm going to start the ultimate hip hop workout experience right here in your gym. He's like, show me. So I pulled 2 girls off the treadmill, follow me into this room, got into the room. That's when Missy Elliott was like, bang, like first came out with Jenny from the Block, Justin Timberlake, don't, digga, don't, digga, digga, don't, digga, don't. So I was doing those songs. I taught a couple of dances. 5 turned into 10, 10 turned into 15. Then I had 50 people in my class every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I went to that gym and opened my mouth and said something.
So wait a minute. So you just offered to teach these classes in somebody else's gym. And do you still talk to this guy, by the way? He must have thought you were crazy and then fell in love with you.
Right. So no, I don't talk to them at all. That gym is over with. They closed that gym down a long, long time ago. Mind you, this is 2002. This is 2002
Right.
now.
Okay.
So this is after World Trade. Yeah. So 2002, I'm in this gym. They wasn't paying me what I was worth. They wanted to pay me $17 a class. I'm like, no, I know what I'm worth. Give me $50 or I'm walking. It's like, we can't get
Still
you
$50. God,
I'm like, look, we got 50 members in here because of me taking this class. One of those memberships can pay for what I'm asking for.
Right.
It's not hard to do the math here. Nope. So Gold's Gym says, hey, we know who you are, Sean. We'll take you. So I went to Gold's Gym. I said, under one condition, allow me to start my own dance company for kids because I want to, have a way for them to come out of school and do something positive and build their confidence and self-esteem. And so they're not out in the street getting into trouble. So I will start my own dance little organization right here in your gym. And they allowed me to do that. So shout out to Gold's Gym. It's the hurricane tore it down, but 2003 is when Sean's Dance Factory was birthed.
Okay. So you end up having your own actual gym where you're not working inside of someone else's gym at some point.
Absolutely.
How do we get there?
After 1 year. So I was only at Gold's Gym for 1 year because I grew tremendously, like right away. It was like
so for you, it was about growing your customer, your fan base, so they would follow you wherever you went.
Mainly inner city kids, mainly like talented kids, but struggling, but they need a way. They didn't have money, so I wasn't charging a lot of money, and then I was give scholarships for the underprivileged, for the ones who really couldn't afford. But I wanted, I seen the potential in these kids. And honestly, to be honest with you, one of those kids, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this for off the record or on the record, Chris Grant. During that time, he was 14 years old, and I was teaching him. He would come in. I would teach him the foundation of hip hop, but he was like this Michael Jackson impersonator. He was an incredible dancer. And this is in 2003, and now he's Beyonce's choreographer.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I started teaching with him, Mikey Basante. He toured with Britney Spears. I taught a whole bunch of kids who performed with Justin Bieber. And the list goes on and on and on and on. But it's about, my philosophy is to help people become the better version of themselves, helping kids, build confidence, self-esteem, managing depression, managing anxiety, And that's the real purpose. That's my mission behind what I do.
Right, of course. So wait, I just want to get into the logistics. How did you get to the point where you could figure out how to rent your own gym and rent your own space? Because
Okay,
when
so
I met you, you had a gym.
a studio. So we
Studio.
won't call it gym. Yeah. So gym was Gold's Gym. And then on Military Trail near Okeechobee Boulevard, like a little west of 95 on Okeechobee Boulevard, there was a office. It was like maybe 14 or 1,500 square feet. I was like, I'll rent this out for like 1,600. They was charging me like $1,600 a month. And the tuition that I was charging would pay for that. So I was really making money. It was just, we have a roof over our head, and then I would charge a little bit for tuition. And I would stay there for 2 years. And then next thing that we moved to another studio because we grown bigger on Okeechobee Boulevard behind, I remember it was behind the Arby's on Okeechobee Boulevard. And that studio grew big. And then we moved to another studio on Military Trail in Kelmar. And we were there for like 12 years. That's when everyone knew who I was. They were coming from Miami, Port St. Lucie, Fort Lauderdale, Stewart, all throughout West Palm Beach. Everybody, if they wanted some real hip hop, like real authentic street hip hop dance, you got to go to Sean's Dance Saturday because
you would have classes where people who really knew what they were doing could get involved and find like-minded dancers. But also, you had classes for people like me that have no rhythm that just want to get a workout, right?
Pretty much, yes. That was their adult class, but you have rhythm though, whether you know it or not. I remember. Okay. It was a small struggle, but you got it. Just kidding. Yeah, we had classes for beginners, intermediate, advanced. We even had salsa classes. One time we had Bollywood belly dance classes, modern contemporary classes, and then once again the adult hip hop class was that was a strong class too as well. So we had classes.
But kids, it sounds like kids were like throughout your whole time. This was something you really loved to teach and help kids.
I fell in love with being able to bring happiness and joy to homes and watching these kids grow up. Like I don't have any biological kids, but I like to call them all my kids, and it's like I loved on them. So I go to their graduations, I go to their performances. I rent out the Kravitz Center and have the Big Bang production shows every year. People will come out and we will pack out the Kravitz Center, Ricker Playhouse, that is. But we did the Gospel Theater a couple of times in the Kravitz Center. So that was like our home. We would look forward to having this big production. Now, we didn't call it recital because you'll fall asleep at recitals. The big production, the Big Bang show, Sean's Dance Saturday, make sure you're there. And it was that's what these kids love for that. They live for it. They couldn't wait for it. So that was our Super Bowl.